Hello, good morning everyone. I'm Coach Tina and I'm going to be taking you through an upper body strength class this morning. So for today's class, you need one set of medium weights and then another set of lighter weights. And if you don't have light weights today, you can just use 2 full water bottles, 2 soup cans, or if you have bands, that would be helpful too, but just something with light resistance. So grab your water bottle, clear out some space, and we're gonna go through some movement prep. I'm going to take you through the strength workout and then we're going to end with some regeneration, okay? So for our movement prep, we're going to start off with a hand walk. So you can start at the edge of your mat. You're going to bend down and reach for your toes, feeling a stretch in the back of your legs. Walk your hands out to a high plank. Own that position. Lift your hips up and back into a downward dog. And then walk your hands back in. All right, we're gonna do it again. This time we're gonna add some rotation. So again, reach for your toes, feeling the stretch in your hamstrings. Walk it out to a high plank. Own that position. I'm going to swing my feet to the side and lean on my right arm. Own that position. Back to a high plank. And then swing my feet to the other side and raise the other arm. Back to a high plank. Hips go up and back into a downward dog. And then walk your hands back in. All right, let's do that one more time. Reach for your toes. Walk your hands out. Own that high plank. Slide your feet to the side. Come up on one hand. Lots of pressure going through that shoulder, wrist, and hand. Own that position. Back to a high plank. And switch to the other side. Swing your feet and raise your arm. Back to a high plank. Hips go up and back to a downward dog. And then walk your hands back in. All right, so that was a hand walk. We got some pressure going through our joints, some shoulder stability going. Now let's go into a windmill and just get some more rotation with our upper body. So have your feet about hip width apart. Arms are going to start in front of you. One arm is going down towards the floor. The other arm is going to open up as you hip hinge. So I'm hinging my hips back. My fingertips are touching the floor and I'm watching my fingertips on my up hand with my eyes. So my eyes are following my top hand. I'm switching sides. And the point of this is to elongate and stretch out your upper body. Get some rotation with our spine. It's okay if you hear some tiny snap, crackle, pops in your shoulder or your spine. All right, let's go for one more on each side. Last one. All right. Next up, we're gonna start warming up our rear delts of our shoulder and our upper back. So we're gonna do a W row. Palms are gonna start facing each other like this. Then you're gonna bring your elbows out to the side to make a W. Just like that, like a field goal. We're gonna do this from the bent over position to add some gravity, so it's a little bit harder with just our body weight. So go ahead and get into a hip hinge. My hips are going back. My belly button is pulled in towards my spine, so my core is supporting my upper body. Elbows start together, and then elbows are gonna come out towards the side. Just like that. We'll go for 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and guys, as you're doing these, think about squeezing and pinching your shoulder blades together at the top, okay? So you should be driving from the outside of your elbows and then squeezing your shoulder blades together. That's probably about 10. Let's do 5 more. 13, 14, 15. All right. From there, let's go into some arm circles. Let's start going backwards. Really big circles, as big as you can make them. Keep breathing through it. Try not to hold your breath when you go up top here. All right, let's go forward. Again, really big circles. Whatever your range of motion will allow this morning. My shoulders are definitely feeling warmed up now. All right, grab a sip of water, and then we will get to the workout. I forgot to start my timer. Okay, starting off with the floor press, which is a movement that we've done before. Today, I'm going to add in a glute bridge to the floor press. So we're using our glutes, our core, and of course our chest and our triceps too. So I'll show you guys how to do that. You need your medium weights for this exercise. So floor press, we're going to be starting off on the floor with our knees bent like always. To add the glute bridge, drive through your heels, lift your hips up, and this is going to be your start position with your weights in hand, okay? So you're gonna start here, punch the weights up, control back down, all while holding a static glute hold through the whole set, okay? So get your weights ready. We are doing 3 sets of 8 for this floor press, okay? Okay. Here we go. So start with those weights up, lift those hips up into a glute bridge. Here we go. Pull those weights down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, nice job. As you can tell, that was a little bit more difficult than our regular floor press because of the stability. It's a great exercise though. 3 sets of 8 for that. We're going to superset that with 2 sets of 12 for our skull crusher. So for a skull crusher, you can use some lighter weights, maybe like 3 or 5 pounds or 10 pounds. I don't have a 10-pound dumbbell, but I do have a 20. So I'm going to use 1 heavier weight in both of my hands. So it equals 10 pounds for each. So I'll show you guys how to do that, and I'll show you with the light weights as well. Skull crusher, you're going to be on your back, just like we were before. Knees bent, palms facing each other if you have 2 weights. Elbows are gonna stay high. Bring the weights down toward your ears. You're basically just trying to keep your elbows high this whole time, and then come back up. So this upper arm here is staying completely still as the weights are moving. So like I said, if you have 2 weights, palms face each other, come down at the same time, come back up. If you have 1 weight that you're gonna be using in both hands, hold it like this. Again, elbows stay high. Here we go, let's start our count. 1, going for a set of 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember, keep those elbows high. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. First set is done. I'm gonna grab another small sip of water. All right, we're gonna wait a couple seconds. And then back to the glute bridge floor press for set number 2. All right, let's start getting into position. So remember that floor press is going to be for a set of 8, okay? So get your weights ready. Dumbbells should be in the air. Get into that glute bridge, so drive through your heels to lift your hips up. Hold that position, squeezing your glutes the entire time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, put that weight down. Grab your skull crusher weights. Your lighter dumbbells, your one heavier weight, whatever you have. Let's get right into it. Set of 12. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, keep those elbows nice and high. I think that's 11. One more. 12. There we go. Whew. All right, take a break. Try to bring your heart rate back down. We will wait about 20 seconds of rest, and then we're going to do one more set of the floor press. So 3 sets of floor press, 2 sets of skull crushers, and then we're moving on. So we have one more set left. Hopefully you guys are sticking with the same weight the whole way through and not dropping your dumbbell weight. That way we can be consistent and know where we're at. Keep the same weights through a whole workout. Not through a whole workout, but through the whole exercise if you can. All right, let's start getting ready for our final set here for floor press. Here we go. All right, those dumbbells should be up in the air by now. Raise your hips up into a glute bridge, driving through your heels. Here we go, set of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Whew. We finished the main set of the workout. Nice job, everyone. Take a break. Let your shoulders relax a little bit. Your triceps. I know I'm definitely feeling it in my shoulders right now. Next up, we have an upright row and a Y row. So upright row, I'm just going to demo the exercise while you guys go through your rest break right now. Upright row, I think I like to use dumbbells mostly. If you have, like I said, a heavy dumbbell and you just want to use it with both hands, you can squeeze both hands on there, or you can hold it this way. Upright row, basically you're going to have the weight in front of you. Elbows come up high like that, okay? So think about leading with your elbows to this upright position. You could also use a long band for this. So if you have a resistance band, you can step on it, hold the handles right here, and come up just like that. You could also use a kettlebell if you have one of those. Both hands go here, elbows come up high. All right, so that is the upright row. A Y row, so this one we're gonna do from a hip hinge position again. You're gonna start with your palms facing each other, thumbs pointing up, and you're gonna end up in a Y position like this, okay? From a hip hinge position, hinge back, pull that belly button in toward your spine, palms start down here, and then come up to a Y. So on their way up, you should be squeezing your shoulder blades together, okay? We're going to be doing 2 sets of each of these. Upright row, 2 sets of 12. Y row, 2 sets of 15. All right, here we go. Hope you guys are ready. Let's get right to it. 2 sets of 12 for the upright row. So have your weight in hand, have your band all set up. Here we go, set of 12. Elbows come up high, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, for the Y row, you could use really small weights like 2, 3, or 5 pounds, 2 full water bottles, or you can use no weight. I'm just gonna go with no weight for today. 2 sets of 15, here we go. So get into that hip hinge position, palms start down, thumbs facing up, and you're gonna bring your arms out to a Y. Here we go, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, squeeze those shoulder blades together to get to the top. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, guys, shake it out. Upright row, you should be feeling it in your shoulders and maybe even your traps back here. The Y row, you should be feeling it between your shoulder blades here, okay? So we're working on all of our shoulders and upper back right now. All right, small sip of water, and then let's continue on with the set. Going right back to the upright row, so get your weight ready for a set of 12. Here we go. Elbows come up high. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, right into the Y row. No rest. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Keep it going. 12, 13, 14, 15. Whew. All right, rest. What do we have up next? Some shoulders, okay. All right, take a rest, grab a sip of water. Perfect timing. All right, so we have 1 shoulder exercise left and 1 bicep exercise left, okay? All right, so for these last 2 exercises, I would say you need light to medium weights if you have something, I mean, as low as 5 pounds, maybe up to 10, 15, or 20 pounds for the bicep curls. All right, the first exercise I'm gonna show you, I don't know the actual name, but I call these around the world. So you're gonna start with 2 smaller weights. I don't know if you can tell, but my palms are facing forward right now. Slight bend in my elbow at all times, okay? So I'm starting down here at my hip. I'm going to go drawing a circle to above my head and then back down to the front of my hip, okay? And keep a slight bend in your elbow the entire time, okay? I don't want your arms to ever be locked out here. So basically, your elbows are staying in a fixed position and you are just like tracing the circle like that, okay? So that is the first exercise. These are called around the world. I'll just go through both of them. So the second exercise, we've all done bicep curls before. This time I want you to start with the weight up, slowly lower it down to there, fast on the way up, maybe like a 3 or 4 count on the way down, okay? So let's go the around the world. Let's start with 10 and then start with 10 for the bicep curls. The next set we might bump it up to 15 and 15, okay? All right, here we go. Light weights in hand for a set of 10. Remember, keep your elbows always a little bit bent here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, not too bad on this side over here. How you guys doing? Set of bicep curls, here we go. So fast on the way up, slow on the way down. And I want you to go all the way down, so you should be flexing your tricep at the bottom of this movement, okay? So that's 1, start it again, slow. That's 2. 3. 4. Nice and controlled, you guys. 5. 6. 7. 8. Come on, guys, stay with me. 9. Last one. 10. Whew. All right, shake it out a little bit. Nice job, everybody. So we did 10, 10 and 10 for these last 2 exercises. I'm gonna try 15 and 15 for our final set. One thing to note for the bicep curls, if you don't have heavier weights, but you do have bands, you can hold the weight and the bands at the same time, just to add resistance. So you would step over the band, hold the handles, and then just hold the dumbbells on top of that to add that extra resistance for you, okay? But we're all trying to work with whatever we have. If you feel like 15 is still not gonna be a high enough number for you, start at 20 or go for 20 and just do whatever you can, okay? This is our last set here. Going for that pump, all the blood rushing to our muscles. So we're really trying to go for that burnout for this last set, okay? So back to our shoulder around the world exercise. Like I said, I'm going for 15. You guys can go for 20 if you're feeling it. Here we go. Elbows stay bent in a fixed position. Palms are facing out, right over our hips. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm gonna go for a couple more. 16, 17, 18, 19. Can I make it to 20? There we go. All right, I gotta put those down for a second. Hopefully you guys made it to 20 with me. All right, last set of our bicep curls here. Whew. Here we go. Fast on the way up, slow count on the way down. Flex your tricep at the bottom. That's 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what this eccentric, this is what we call it eccentric, the slow lowering. 7, what that does is it helps to build strength. Strength is good for your biceps to obviously help the muscle growth, and it's also great for the tendon and ligament support where it attaches to the bone. Okay, so doing this is really great to build that bicep strength. Ideally, you would be doing this with a weight that is too heavy to do regular bicep curls. So you might need someone to help you get the weight up here, and then you slowly lower the heavier weight down. I don't know what number that is, but I'm guessing we're somewhere around 10. Let's call that 11. 12. 13. 14. 15, let's just keep it going to 20. Hopefully you guys are staying with me. 16, slow and controlled. 17, 18, come on guys, stay with me. 19, last one. 20. Whew. All right, put those weights down, shake it out a little bit. Let's go right into some regeneration on the mat. I'm gonna grab a sip of water. All right, let's go for a child's pose today. So you can start kneeling, sitting on your butt. And then you're gonna walk your hands out in front of you as far as they can go, and then drop your head down between your shoulders. Stay here if that's comfortable. If you feel like it's kind of awkward and uncomfortable, you can spread your knees out apart. That way there's room for your torso to drop between your legs, okay? Walk your hands out as far as you can. Drop your head down between your shoulders. And start taking some deep breaths. I want you guys to stay there, and I want you to think of somebody pulling your fingertips in one direction and your hips in the other direction, okay? So it should feel like you're stretching from your hips and from your fingertips, and your body's being pulled apart, okay? So think about that as you're stretching, trying to get the best stretch possible. Like you're really stretching all the way from your fingertips, your forearm, down your tricep, which we worked today. You should be feeling that. And then from there, you can walk your hands over to the side. So I'm gonna start by walking over to my left side here. Now we're just accentuating that stretch along the right side of my body, through my tricep, and I feel it all the way down through my obliques and my hips. Take some deep breaths. Keep deep breathing. Again, think of someone pulling your fingertips in one direction and you pushing back with your hips in the other. All right, let's walk it over to the other side. Drop your head down between your shoulders. Take some deep breaths. Hope you guys enjoyed that workout. As always, I'm Coach Tina, and thank you so much for joining me for this strength class today. If you're doing this class as a replay, please remember to leave a comment below saying replay and let me know what you thought of the class. All right, guys, have a great day. Thank you.